Joining us now is OjyOkpe with stories trending around the world. Hello, Jenix.
Guess what?
Thank God it's Friday.
TGIF.
And it's a good Friday.
It's a brilliant Friday. Good Friday is actually, you're supposed to be somber, right? Isn't it? Well, no TGIF, right? But guess what? Your throw forward is hilarious. I listened to you this morning, so I now understand why people laugh, because I actually giggled. Really, I love. How are you this morning?
I'm good.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Good morning, Ayo. Superwoman is back. We missed you on the show.
I actually missed.
I know. That's how it feels, right? When you are away and you just
yes.
So how was your?
I watched. Make sure I watched just to get a feel. But it's not the same.
And to keep in touch with.
Yes, I was like, you're good. Don't come and be saying, the president of Nigeria, Oji.
But how was your trip? You went on a women's.
It was fantastic. I went for the International Woman Leadership Conference in Dubai. It's hosted by Mrs. Bukwamboshika, who is a leader of leaders. She brought leaders from different parts of the world: Australia, the United Kingdom, US, Nigeria, and just the people who came and the speakers, excellent. I think it's just great. It's a combination of being empowered, listening to people from different experiences, and also networking.
Yeah.
She always says we are better together. Women are stronger when we collaborate. And there's some gentlemen there. We had a panel of just men.
He for she.
He for she. I love the way you turned to Dr. Abati to
this
do that.
Debriefing that you are doing.
Yes.
I hope you remind her that it has implications.
I knew. Of course, I was going to say.
You can't just go to Dubai and conferencing
alone. Take notes.
There are implications.
I'm giving a covered greeting from all the people who said, "Greet Dr. Abati, greet Oji, greet Rufai." All of you are greeted.
Absolutely. We miss Rufai. You're a phenomenal woman. Well done.
Thank you.
Kudos. There are implications. Well, all right. Good morning to you viewers. Let's begin what's trending. This time in Manitoba, Canada, where the government has introduced a bill that would commemorate Nigerian Independence Day and celebrate the dynamic community of Nigerians. Uzoma Asagwara, who is the Deputy Premier and Minister of Health, Seniors and Long-term Care of Manitoba, presented the bill to be read for the first time on the floor of the Parliament and emphasized the importance of having Nigerian Independence Day recognized formally through legislation so that the over 7,000 Nigerians residing in Manitoba can feel valued and welcomed in the province. Well, let's take a listen before we come back for a discussion.
Honorable Speaker, this bill would amend the Commemoration of Days, Weeks, and Months Act to designate October 1st as Nigerian Independence Day. October 1st is a meaningful day to Nigerians, as on that day in 1960, Nigeria freed itself from decades of British colonial rule that had disrupted the culturally diverse and distinct social structures of the peoples living in the territory. Manitoba is home to a thriving, dynamic community of Canadians, with a strong and significant involvement in the economic and cultural fabric of our province. This bill uplifts all those in the Nigerian community in Manitoba who advocated so we can be here today and to inspire future generations to be proud of who they are. Thank you.
Really proud of Uzoma. She is the first and only Nigerian minister in that assembly. She's 39 years old. Phenomenal. I love the idea because, I mean, you all are aware about the, mini provincial trips that Nigerians make to Canada. Yeah. Eventually, they become citizens. And in Manitoba, there are about 7,000 Nigerians living there. So I think it is quite refreshing that this bill has been put forward and hopefully it'll be passed and they'll start the whole Independence Day parade and celebrations on October 1st every year. Congratulations to Nigerians living in Manitoba.
Can I just say
yes.
Well done, Uzoma.
Yes.
And what a way to, Uzoma is a female, obviously.
Yeah.
But just excellent to see women doing great things, not just here in Nigeria, but abroad. I have to say that in 2022, Nigeria had the fourth in terms of migrants to Canada. In Q1 of 2023, we had hit a record high of the number of Nigerians migrating to Canada. I can hear the joyful shouts of Nigerians in my ear, all the way, thousands of miles away, just being excited to be recognized, especially because of the contributions. We're not just going there to be liabilities.
No.
In fact, we're going there to improve improve Canada. The reason why Canada has opened its doors is not for altruistic reasons. It's because they need us in Canada.
Yeah.
They need Nigerians and the contributions that we make to the economy of Manitoba and Canada. And so it's a well thought out idea, and I'm grateful that she was bold enough to present it and ask it to be passed as an act.
Yes.
That Independence Day, we eat our jollof with joy
Correct.
and pride. We introduce it to the international market, jollof and pepper soup.
Yes.
And then look at the colorful, look at the color we brought to Canada.
Yes.
Do you see the cars?
I love it.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And just another time, another way to celebrate the uniqueness of being Nigeria. Everywhere we go, we shine.
Yes.
So I'm really proud, and I hope that it's passed. And that it's introduced, so that it's
Yes.
definitely. So come Nigeria, October 1, I'm traveling again.
October 1st, celebrate. You're going to
Canada.
Canada. All right,
Well,
Dr. Abati.
the other side of the Nigerian story.
Yes.
To show that, the green passport is not synonymous with electronic wire fraud. It's not synonymous with what is popularly referred to as 419 or involvement in shady activities. There are many Nigerians abroad, Nigerians in diaspora, in Europe, in North America, in South America, who are doing very wonderful things, who are great ambassadors for Nigeria. There are Nigerians working in NASA. There are Nigerians, one Nigerian is even Assistant Deputy Treasury Secretary in the United States, Wale Adeyemo.
Yes.
Okay, that's how high, Nigerians can go. If you go to the UK, there are Nigerians in parliament. They may identify as British Nigerian, but we know that there are Nigerians who are giving us a good name. And now the example of Canada. And, it's not only Uzoma Asagwara who is in government in Canada. There's another Nigerian who was appointed at the time Attorney General in his own state. And now you have Uzoma Asagwara, who has a very important portfolio in Manitoba. She's in charge of the elderly, care for the elderly people and all of that, which is very important. And now she's taking the additional step of presenting a bill and pursuing the idea of having a Nigerian Independence Day. And she said, look, October 1 is very important to Nigerians, and there is a large Nigerian community in Manitoba. And you could see the excitement on the faces of the other Nigerians who were present in Parliament the day she was moving that, okay, there they are, and you could see that they are very proud of her, leading in that direction. And even at an individual level, there are Nigerians who are here who have also been recognized overseas. In Houston, Texas, there is Davido Day in July, a day dedicated to the celebration of Davido.
We took that story
here. Yes,
smiling too.
Yes. In Boston, there is a Burna Boy Day. Yeah. Okay, these are the Nigerians, the real diamonds who make this country proud, not those ones, OjyOkpe and those other ones, who give Nigeria a bad name.
I know, I love it. Congratulations, Uzoma. She's only 39. I say only, I reiterate that point. She's excellent. More on women. As Women's Month comes to a close, the Governor of Osun State, Ademola Adeleke, has promised to issue an executive order to pardon women who were unjustly incarcerated in the state. The governor made the statement when he met with the Minister of Women Affairs, Uju Kennedy Ohaneye, during an intergovernmental marathon in Abuja. The governor also directed the immediate implementation of the resolution of the Nigerian Governors Forum for the establishment of mobile courts dedicated to addressing issues of sexual and gender-based violence, child abuse in the form of street begging, and expedited trial of women and children held in correctional facilities. I love this bill. Brilliant. I mean, we do know that there are a lot of women, not just women, just Nigerians generally, being incarcerated unjustly because some of them probably cannot pay the fine or bail or what have you. It's great that, the governor is sensitive and he is looking into women affairs. Congratulations to the people of Osun State. Well, in another development, the story of Chioma Okoli, the 39-year-old entrepreneur from Lagos who is being persecuted by a tomato paste manufacturer, Erisco Foods, after she posted a review of one of its tomato paste products on Facebook, has gained global attention with several international media houses, including CNN, New York Post, Daily Mail, and Daily Star reporting on the story. Okoli is being charged with breaching cybercrime laws and is facing up to 3 years in jail or a fine of 7 million naira or both. Additionally, she could face a 7-year sentence if convicted of conspiring against the company. Erisco Foods Limited is also suing Okoli for damages of 5 billion naira, citing reputational damage and loss of suppliers. Okoli's case sparked protests in Lagos after the company's founder, Eric Umwafia, refused to budge in a recent documentary by Ademola Adeleke, saying that he won't drop the lawsuit against Okoli and that he would rather die than allow someone tarnish his image despite several interventions. Now, over to you, our woman in the front. I mean, look at Chioma and Erisco Foods. We thought that, it was just a story, but you can see it's not just Nigerians that are fighting for Chioma at this point. It has gained global attention. We have seen it everywhere at this moment. Yeah. But, I think for me, the most disheartening part of the whole story is that our police force is involved in this case. Yeah,
it's quite sad, Oji, and I want to first of all say kudos to the Nigerian media. Yeah. Before it went abroad, we had done our due diligence in ensuring that this matter was on the front burner, and to be fair, it was fair as well. So hearing from both Chioma's side and also granting interviews to Mr. Umwafia of Erisco Foods. And like you mentioned, both sides of the matter were presented, and it outraged a number of people except the police, who instituted a case against Chioma, who were accused of intimidation and bullying, especially when officers were sent to her home and surrounded her home, to arrest her. And despite court injunctions, she's been represented by Nibehe Efion, whom also came on the show. They went ahead to say that they were going to press charges and so on and so forth. It's quite shameful to then see the response of the rest of the world agreeing with a number of people in Nigeria who, common sense alone, said this is not the way to go about it. Number one, it is sad to see in Nigerian business, because I must say that Erisco Foods is an indigenous business, and by Nigerians, especially in this time and season where businesses are closing down, to see damages to a Nigerian business. Yes. It is hurt. And I don't think it's not Chioma's fault. I believe they did this to themselves by the way they handled what was a representation of her own experience of using their products. You have to understand that when it comes to customer reviews, not everybody will like your product. That is the truth, male or female. Now, the way a company then responds to this could change the trajectory of the organization, could actually be good PR for the organization. So I want to first of all ask him to fire all those who gave him bad advice to pursue this path and say that he was going to go in for the jugular and going to a young woman who wrote a Facebook post. Beyond that, I still think it's still redeemable, and I hope it's still redeemable. I hope that pride and interviews he's done would not prevent him from doing the right thing. Letting this woman go and releasing a statement that they've settled out of court, and even apologizing for the way and manner in which they handled this woman. I'm not saying don't seek for justice, but the way it was done, it is like using a hammer to hit an ant, to kill an ant. It was too much. It's an organization, an institution against a woman, and you have to understand that it's not good for the optics. So I still think it's redeemable, and that he should do the right thing now. Let's not bring international disgrace because of, the headlines are just disgraceful, saying that, a woman received 7 years for complaining about a product. No one is saying is to sabotage his business. So let him not sabotage his own business. Let him do right by the one. And I'm proud of all those who stood up for Chioma Okoli and ensure that she's getting at least enough attention to ensure that she doesn't sit in jail, sit in detention, or doesn't go through this horrendous
Dr. Abati, cyber act crime. That is
Cyber Prevention and Prohibition Act of 2015. Correct. That's what the police is quoting. Right. And the police is saying, she has a case to answer under that particular act. Well, I don't think it's for the police to be saying she has a case to answer or not. The matter is already in court. It's the court to determine whether there has been a violation of any of the sections of that Cybercrime Act of 2015. Number two, is that the matter, the Mr. Erisco Mafia, who says he would rather die, he doesn't have to die. You know, he has the option.
Why does he want to die?
Of discontinuing the matter.
Yeah.
And I hope that when all of this is over, he would probably realize that the step he has taken has been counterproductive.
Yeah.
The lady wrote something, I think they said on Facebook.
Yes.
Just saying that the tomato puree was too sweet.
Was too sugary.
And then, you know, he decided to go to court. When he does a review, when all this is over, you probably realize that if he had ignored that comment,
yes,
all of this drama would not have happened. Now people are mentioning his name and his company in association with a woman that is considered a victim. How has he achieved the objective of selling his product?
I have no idea.
And now, on top of it all, he has turned Chioma Okoli into an international citizen. The whole world is fighting for her.
Yes.
And they are seeing her as a victim, even without the case being determined in court. So in the court of public opinion, Mr. Mafia, you know, has already more or less lost.
Yeah.
He could have handled the matter differently.
Right.
In fact, when Ms. Okoli's lawyers wanted to settle out of court, she could even have found a way of using Chioma Okoli to help advertise the product.
Yes, that was the...
And all this negative publicity would not have happened. If you see some of the comments, people overseas are scandalized. Reddit carried the story. And
yes.
the thing went viral.
Yes.
And they say, okay, why can't the consumer make a comment about a product? There's something called consumer review. Even some of these international hotels, even local ones, before you leave, they give you a form to express an opinion. If you want to book online, they will show you customer reviews. And it's not always that those customer reviews are, you know, positive. So we still face the challenge in terms of consumer protection in this country. What are the rights of a consumer? Can a consumer do a review? Can a consumer express an opinion? Is there something here about the freedom of expression? However, what Erisco Foods we need to prove in court is to prove the damages that they have suffered as a result of that comment.
Yes.
So it's not enough to just say you have defamed our company. You must prove the damages and the quantum of the damages, and it's for the court to decide. So it's not as if it is automatic. The people are already convicting Ms. Okoli should allow the court to take a decision. And Mr. Mafia has the right not to die, to discontinue the case.
He has a right not to die, because I mean, he did say that in that beautiful documentary by Ademola Adeleke. And you know, what got me really was the fact that people have been telling him, you can actually drop this case, like you have suggested, and make this woman an ambassador so that he doesn't tarnish the image of your company. And I think that this is what he has done. So basically, I also understand that one of the reasons he's suing is because I believe the comments underneath Chioma's page was the fact that some people were saying, yeah, so the product can kill or something like that. I don't even understand what that means. But your point is very valid, which is he has to prove the damage.
Yeah, that's what is required in law.
Well, I hope that he turns this case around now that there's global outrage. And again, kudos to all those people who have come out to speak for Chioma. We'll take another story. Well, let's end what's trending actually by joining Nigeria's former president, Muhammadu Buhari, in wishing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu a happy 72nd birthday. Buhari, in his birthday message, prayed for good health and long life for the president and commended him for making sustained efforts to overcome the many problems of the country. The president this week had cancelled any birthday celebrations and had urged friends and well-wishers across the country not to organize any celebratory event on his behalf in the wake of the recent killing of the officers and men of the armed forces and police in Delta State, as well as the recent spate of security breaches and criminal elements in different parts of Nigeria. However, a cross-section of Nigerians, including the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, have shared congratulatory messages. Jennifer Serrano, who composed a birthday song for the president last year, has released a new video on X to celebrate the president. Let's take a look. We love you, we love you now. Well, happy birthday. Happy 72nd birthday. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu from Horizon.
I hope that song has gone through due process and the First Lady heard her saying, we love you, kept emphasizing.
Yes.
Madam Serrano, be very careful.
But do you remember her from last year, though? Because we did take her. But now she's done a complete music video. And now she's out here wishing the president a happy 72nd birthday.
Serrano should be allowed to love the most powerful man in Nigeria. Good things are not for one person alone. Serrano, love the president.
President Tinubu is for...
He says she loves the president.
No. That kind of love is exclusive to our First Lady. But happy birthday, President.
Anyway, I hope you know that women are allowed to spread love.
Yes. Oh, really? I don't know what that means. Can you share that?
Talking about, the president saying that people should not place adverts. I'd seen some of the papers this morning. Earlier on, it was Leadership newspaper that I saw. Front page advert by Chief Government Okoli. Now, and I'll be asking, does he live in outer space? Where was he when the president said, look, don't do any noise making about my birthday. It is a moment for sober reflection. If you have money, donate it to charity.
Absolutely.
Now, what Tompolo has done, I counted about 4 or 5 newspapers, front page. Do you know how much that is? This is money you could have respected the wishes of the president.
Absolutely.
And donate to maybe a motherless baby's home. So, I mean, people should stop doing eye service. This is the kind of eye service the president said he did not want today. I hope Tompolo will not even go ahead and say he's organizing a party in honor of the president. The man has a right to celebrate his day the way he wants.
Absolutely.
And some people will be crying more than the bereaved.
Well, anyway. All right.
Anyway. But I just thought we should draw attention.
No, but there are no implications. What implications? From the president?
Yeah, from us.
From
the president. It's the tradition on the show.
Okay.
It's your birthday, sir. There shall be implications.
Do you want to sing? Do you want to sing "We Love You"? Well, go ahead. Well, all right. I'd like to wish you all a great Easter and a great weekend. Well, that's all I have for you guys on What's Trending today. I'll see you all next week.